Hey folks, Mike here today with a review of Wasteland 3. This was developed by InXile Entertainment. It launched August 28th, 2020, though this game was in early access for a while. It went through a crowdfunding campaign and all that stuff. It's currently available on PC, PS4, Xbox One. If you want to buy it today on Steam, it's $80 Canadian or $60 US. For full transparency here, I pay for Xbox Game Pass and I got it through that service, so technically, indirectly, I am paying for this, even though it's part of Game Pass. Anyways, I don't want to spoil anything. I beat the game about an hour ago, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a new game here and just play a little bit of the beginning to give you an idea what the gameplay looks like. So again, continuing down that transparency path, I believe I played it on Wastelander difficulty because this was kind of the balanced mode that they recommended. Having played through it, I could have probably played Ranger. Even though I'm not someone who plays classic RPGs very often, I'm not, I like them. I like the games, I have huge respect for them, but there's very few of them that actually hook me and get me to play them for extended periods of time. So, not saying that I dislike classic RPGs like this. We're going to skip the cinematic here. But what I am saying is, I like them. I like these kinds of games. I just wish more of them kind of grabbed my attention and kept me going. So, we got different pairings here as our starting characters. I believe I stuck with these two, which were the default guys. They seem to go kind of in a direction that I thought would make sense, which turns out, I'm actually looking through these. I can also create custom ones, right? So that's the other thing. I don't necessarily have to stick with these. Oh wow, it's kind of a neat. No, we'll go with this pair. Very different starting stats. Not that it matters too much. You can spec characters in any way you want, and the fact that you can custom create is pretty handy. So I think that's about it. Oh yeah, I'll also point out that I'm not necessarily a fan of the Wasteland series or anything like that. I played Wasteland 1, I don't remember any of it because it was so far back, and I don't think I ever beat it, but I played a little bit, way back in the day. It is an older game, so to say that I'm familiar with the franchise is a bit of a stretch. Oh, that's unfortunate. So anyways, what is it? It's a classic RPG. As you can see, we're doing the turn-based stuff right now. To give you a bit of an idea, if you've ever played Fallout 1 and 2, those games were a spiritual successor to the original Wasteland game, which came out in like 1989, 1987 or something. So the original Wasteland is a very old game. Now I played Fallout 1 and 2. I played those games, I enjoyed them, and so this game is very much in line of what I wanted, right? It reminds me of those classic Fallout games, which to me are a lot more fun than the more modern Bethesda ones. Not saying that they're bad. They've got a bit of a different flavor to them that I'm not necessarily too keen on. But anyways, preferences aside, if you like those original Fallout games, you'll love this. That right off the hop, I'll guarantee it. I did try to play Wasteland 1 and 2 before playing this because they were available on Game Pass. Trying 1 remastered, it's still very much the original game. They're very old games. it's very much a thing of its time. I'm not crazy about that. You know, I tried it, and I did not get very far in that game at all before basically giving up on it. Like I said, it's a very old game, very much of its time. Wasteland 2 was a little bit better, but it definitely felt like an old classic RPG. I think it came out in 2004 or 2014. Maybe 2014. I actually don't remember. But yeah, again, I tried playing both of those before playing 3. That was about a month ago. And they just didn't click with me. They're very old school, and having played those games, those styles of games back in the day, didn't really interest me too much. So yeah, in terms of gameplay, like there's a lot of neat touches that they've done, right? Loot. I just grabbed one loot. Here's all the loot bags, and there's just like click, 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 click. Right click on character portraits, you can see all the stuff here. There's some keyboard shortcuts that I never bothered learning, which might have been a good thing to learn, but I didn't, so it is what it is. But yeah, things like, just holding shift to see all the stuff that you could potentially interact with, because they don't necessarily have everything. There's a concept of hidden stuff and other things like that we can get into, but we're not quite at that point yet. But yeah, they modernized it. There's a lot of stuff that they've done to help make it easier. So like this guy, we can see the range. I can attack him. So he's gonna detect us as soon as we go in. Now here's the thing, I can preemptively finish him off. Well, we did, so I don't have to deal with him. If there were other guys around... Get off the ice! Oh, well, that guy's dead. Yeah, if there are other guys near him, we may have triggered them. But yeah, it's a lot of just kind of exploring, walking around. You have a map. The areas are not particularly big, which is nice.
How should I know? Maybe you blew her up already. Liar! I want her head. It's gonna be me who brings you to charity.
So I can.
You're hiding her from me. You're denying me my glory.
I can make my way up here, and there you go. So this is one of the things you'll start seeing in a lot of this game is dialogue choices and stuff. So depending on your stats, right, you'll see there's speech checks here. Now you don't necessarily know what the outcome is, but you do know that, hey, if I had the hard ass attribute, I'd have another option here. The thing is while the speech checks generally are a good outcome, they're not necessarily always a good outcome. It's more of a different outcome in most cases. Well, maybe not most, but definitely in a lot of cases, it's potentially a more positive one. It depends what you're looking to do, ultimately.
Right, I'm going. I'm telling my cousins you're here.
So, one of the big things about this game is that dialogue choices matter. Your choices matter in a lot of ways. They impact a lot of the game in a lot of different ways. Ultimately, they do shape the ending. And I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to mention anything else. Because again, I don't want to spoil anything about this game. But yeah, your choices, even just simple speech things here.
And I appreciate it. Just
yeah, anyways, I'm not going to get too much into the game. But yeah, your choices do have lasting impacts, which is probably the most important thing. So I'm just going to click through here.
He gets pretty spooked, but
Major Tom.
these Careful.
Major Tom, we'll see him later. Anyways, we'll just kind of go through quickly here, grab some resources and stuff. So sometimes you'll get some tapes, which add some more context and
Wake
stuff.
up, cousins! More Highlanders coming!
Ruining our fun. Guess we better finish off.
Yeah, I think that's about it. And overall,
Post up, cousins. Don't
like,
let 'em get the drop on us.
the fact is, it's a classic RPG. You're playing this for the story. Your choices matter a lot, and they definitely do take advantage of that in some neat ways that I do appreciate. Yeah, with that said, it's not perfect, right? This game definitely had a fair share of bugs that I've encountered. Not necessarily game breaking in every case, but frustrating at the very least. Some of the issues I've ran into were quite annoying. Sometimes it's just graphical stuff, so not the end of the world. Oh wow, why does this guy not have no AP? I should have more action points when I started, but you know what? I'm not gonna complain. Yeah, I like how the overall choices and stuff have impacted the game. At the working my way up to the end. This is a pretty long game. Like I said, I spent about 60 hours playing. So it's definitely not a short game by any means. But at the difficulty level I was playing, it didn't feel very long either, right? I didn't have to spend a lot of time in combat or what have you. Had I played it on higher difficulty, then maybe I might have had to spend more time in combat, but as it stands, yeah, I found it to be, reasonably easy overall. Yeah, I like a lot of the touches, a lot of the gameplay things. They've definitely done a lot of patching and fixing.
Looks like I can get up behind those yahoos on the top and take them unawares. Let me know when you're in position and we'll...
Shit! Incoming fire! Yeah, I think we'll hold up here and kind of call it there. So there's an overworld, like this map. We will loop down and back around, and that's kind of this area. So in general, the areas are not huge, right? They'll be maybe twice as big as this in most cases, since this is still serving as a tutorial area, but it'll give you an idea of what to expect out of this overall. Yeah, I like the I like the way you can build up your squad and have a full party of people with different skills and stuff. I like how you can just quick save at any time. Quick load, quick save. So if you want to try and save scum, you could totally do that. So yeah, that's one of the factions who's talking there, so we'll get to see that guy later on if you're actually to play this. Anyways, yeah, I think that's about it. I'll go ahead and back out to the main menu, and seeing as we're approaching the 15-minute mark, I'll just point out that, yeah, I've not uploaded videos in a long time on this channel. I was uploading them somewhere else for a while after YouTube decided to change how a lot of things worked, especially with monetization. Kind of took the wind out of your sails, But yeah, I'm not going to upload super regularly, but here and there, if I have some games I want to talk about, I'll do quick videos like this. But anyways, this is Mike here. We've hit the 15-minute mark, so hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next upload.